So how many of us out here today are vegan for the animals? That's good. That's great. That's exactly what I wanted to hear. So what does it mean to be vegan for the animals? In this cruel, chaotic world, where so many forms of industrial scale animal abuse are not only normalized, they're deeply woven into the fabric of human consciousness and culture. What does it mean to be vegan for the animals in a unjust, unfeeling, upside-down world like this? 1 to 3% of the world population is now vegan. And if that's true, my friends, if even 1% is vegan, we have the power to topple every vile institution of animal slavery and relegate them all to the stinking garbage dump of humanity's most abominable failures. I know it sounds like euphemistic pie in the sky, but hang on, hear me out. New York City, a city of 8.8 million people. Even if we shoot low and assume that 1% of the population of New York is vegan, that would translate to about 88,000 vegans, right? I'm a mathematician, but that's about right. 88,000. Now imagine if even a fraction of those vegans, 10,000 maybe, were animal activists. What a tidal wave of raw human energy would flood our local movements, multiplying the power and impact of ongoing campaigns and opening dozens, maybe hundreds of new campaign fronts. A groundswell of pro-animal voters and voices flooding City Hall, holding leaders and legislators' feet to the fire on the issues that matter to those who lack voices to speak for themselves. 10,000 activists, just 1 out of every 8 vegans in New York City. Can you imagine what we might accomplish? 3,000 at LVMH, giving them the most thunderous anti-first shellacking of their lives. Do you think their corporate HQ might hear something about that? Imagine 2,000 of us at Charles River Labs shuttering that hellish prison, where soundproof walls mute the terrified screams of the primates trapped inside. Hundreds of us at every disgusting live poultry market, shuttering these filthy, disease-ridden dungeons of suffering one by one by one. And a legion of us at every slimy pet store, drowning out the lives of the ruthless puppy mill peddlers with the deafening roar of compassion and truth. Imagine what 10,000 activists in New York City could do. Now take any city, any state or country you like, it makes no difference. If even a fraction of the vegans on this planet were animal activists, we wouldn't just be shuttering pet stores and poultry markets. We'd be capsizing corporations and demolishing industries. So where the hell are all these vegans? If there are 10,000 activists in New York City, I, for one, have never met most of them. Have you? Yeah. And how much you want to bet, though, that the vegan restaurant hopping meetups and the plant-based wellness retreats are not suffering from the dire lack of interest that constantly beleaguers grassroots animal rights groups and their initiatives? Now, don't get me wrong, gang, I like food. Food is good. We all need our outlets, and I certainly have mine. But making time for blueberry pie bake-offs and vegan single square dancing mixers, and endless mind-numbing streams of food porn pics on Instagram while tuning out the year-round pleas of threadbare activists to join them in the fight to abolish cruelty, to equivocate their desperate uphill struggle against animal abuse on this planet with feel-good foodie fun fist and then shrug, it's all for the animals. What a terrible mockery of all the torture and terror those animals have endured across the millennia, and billions are enduring at this very moment. Ethical vegans are the vanguard of a new age of enlightenment. Committed, focused, and working together, we can and will dismantle every vile institution of slavery, pillar by pillar and brick by brick. We can and will usher in a beautiful new world, a vegan renaissance, where the intrinsic worth of every living creature is not only written into law, but woven deeply into our hearts. To every activist here, to every freedom fighter, swimming hard against the tide of a blind, brainwashed human race, thank you. The animal's day is coming. Keep your head above the water, keep your eyes on the horizon, never stop fighting. And to those who still somehow cling to the belief that just being vegan is enough to prevail against all of this mechanized cruelty and carnage, open your eyes to the oceans of warm blood all around us. See how much money and power are invested in keeping animals right where they are, enslaved by the billions, suffering endlessly under human domination. The root verb of the word activism is to act. To act. And that, my friends, to act boldly, fiercely, and courageously on behalf of the innocent. That is the very heart of what it means to be vegan for the animals. Thank you all.